Looks like Google may be April's fool after users complained about a new mic drop option that was added to emails claiming they risk their jobs. The company retracted its tool from the emails and apologized for the feature. So Nick, did you happen to come across this when you were sending emails?
I saw it, but I didn't click on it. Ain't nobody got time for that.
Okay, nobody got time. Yeah, that's smart. Unfortunately, many were stuck to that and actually risk their jobs. I mean, I think that took it a little bit step too far. I don't think they got fired, but it does kind of jeopardize some of the situations. So pretty much how this works is that there's a minion dressed as a queen. There's another option to send the email, and after you send it, pretty much the minion queen just drops the mic, you know, like the mic drop, and you're like done with it. Yeah. But the twist here, though, is that you don't get the response back. You don't get the notification that you get the email back unless you check your all mail. So for those of you who are familiar with Gmail, you know what I'm talking about, but there's just no instant notification that you'll get the response back. So that's their twisted April Fool's joke. It's supposed to be funny.
It's supposed to,
I think it was supposed to, yeah, inspire laughs. It didn't.
You send an email, haha, and then it doesn't go to your reply mail. It goes to the all mail. Figure that. That is the funniest thing I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah, Google, you just killed it.
Gotcha.
But there was a forum, right, when you need help on the Gmail forum, and a lot of users were wondering where their emails were. In fact, they sent it to their bosses. There was one user who had an article he needed to send in and submit by deadline, and he sent it in, and then he didn't get any response back. There was also another who hadn't had a job interview in months, and her first job interview, she happens to send an email back and sends a mic drop. So there were a lot of complaining users saying, Google, why'd you have to do this? This is... And in my opinion, I think Google actually may have taken this up too far. Like, they're known for their pranks. They actually came out with like 3 other ones today, but this one kind of overstepped the boundaries in the sense that people aren't gonna, their minds are all over the place. They're not gonna like think about sending this or this. They're just gonna press the send button.
There's one rule with pranks so that you don't come out an asshole, because oftentimes it's an asshole thing to do. But there's one rule: it has to be funny. If it's not funny, well, then you just look like an asshole, right? Without the funny part. In this case, I think Google forgot how big they are and how everybody uses Google, whether it's, you know, some young kid using it in college, or some 80-year-old sending an email to her grandpa, a picture of her cats, or maybe it's somebody who's using it for business, right?
Yeah.
They forget that it's like all across the board, it's all over the place. So like to put one prank on every person who's using Gmail, well, that's kind of a big deal. Speaking of Google, China actually just made it, they basically banned April Fools. And that's not an April Fool's joke, that's serious.
That's serious.
Apparently it didn't align with their Chinese culture or their communist, you know, ideas. Apparently that's something that's like Western culture and it doesn't fit in China. So.
I think they wanted to do, hey, forget about April Fools, let's tell the truth. Let's actually, okay, China, please tell us the truth then. Because that would be helpful for the US,
I think maybe Google should be banned from April Fools, not the entire country of China. But
maybe. I'm still an avid, I still like, you know, playing pranks on people. It's okay, take things lightly. Google did, of course, retract it. They had it up for 12 hours, but then they had to, of course, take off the feature, and they issued an apology in which they said, well, it looks like we pranked ourselves this year. Due to a bug, the mic drop feature inadvertently caused more headaches than laughs. We're truly sorry. The feature has been turned off. If you're still seeing it, please reload your Gmail page. All right, Google, you got us this time. You did. You didn't. Sorry, you failed with that. But it's okay. Maybe next year. Mic drop.